The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
My Hidden Treasure Moments podcast show, and the podcast is really all about taking everyday people who are doing extraordinary things. It might be in the community, it might be in their families, it might be at their jobs. Well, today it's really all about Susan G. Komen, Inland Empire, and all the amazing things that they are doing in the community. And one of my favorite sister-in-laws, I only have two, but one of my favorite ones is Tamel Sebastian. And Tamel's going to tell you a little bit about herself. And then also I have Jill Eaton from the Susan G. Komen IE chapter. And she's going to tell you all about the amazing things, you know, our chapter is doing. One of the things that, you know, I realized once I started working with you guys and once I started to get to know you is that the funds that they raise, most of them, the majority of them 75% stay in the community. So Jill's going to tell you all about that. And she's also going to tell you about like why my beautiful sister-in-law is wearing this amazing pink fabulousness hair. You look like a mermaid. You look.
She looks gorgeous.
So Tamel, if you tell us a little bit about yourself and you know just what you're up to.
Yes. Well, my name is Tamel Sebastian, and I'm a mother, a wife, and I have a husband for 34 years. Woo! Yes, I do. Yes, I do. No, he's not. He is alive, well and alive, with 3 grown adults. I have a 27-year-old daughter, Tania, as well as my son Timothy and Taima, who's Timothy's 31, Taima 32.
Yeah, you don't look old.
No. Oh, you know, I'm proud to say I am 57 years old and blessed.
Great.
Yeah, yes,
she looks
thank
amazing.
you.
Yay.
Thank you. And most of all, I am a breast cancer survivor going on 6 years. Yes, I am.
Yes, you role modeled to me how to go through the fight. Like, I watched everything that you did, and people don't realize, like, who knew, you know, a couple of years later I would be diagnosed.
Yes.
So, you know, one of the things we were talking about is your treatment plan, your diagnosis, and so you were kind of telling us about how you were diagnosed and that your husband actually found your lump.
Yes, I actually had my mammogram in October 2013, and 2 months later is when my husband actually found the lump, and he was really on me about taking care of myself. I said, no, I'm a workaholic, but I have been taking care of myself. And so I did. They did find it in December. February 6th, 2014 is my celebration date.
Yay!
Yes. Going on 6 years. But
so in February, is that when you had your surgery?
I had my surgery.
Okay.
On February 6th.
And was it your lumpectomy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm sorry, yes it is. And you know what? I tell everybody, they ask me all these questions. I was going through it. I'm not trying to learn all of it because now I'm done with it.
Right.
And I share that with a lot of people.
Yes.
You know, and especially when you're feeling sick, you're down, you know what? That's okay. As long as you wake up, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, so smile that you woke up that morning. Throughout the middle of the night, sometimes you go to restrooms or you get up because you can't sleep. Kind of regulate yourself, you know, grapes or nuts, whatever your thing is. Pump yourself with a little bit of that food. And sometimes it curbs the nausea. You know, you don't realize, I'm not hungry, but it's not about you. It's about how you take care of yourself.
Correct.
And that's the most important thing, I think, in life that we need to do.
Yes. So Jill, like you are the CEO,
Executive Director.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm adding titles.
Now you are adding titles.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I have one of those. So you are the Executive Director at our local Inland Empire chapter, and you cover San Bernardino County and Riverside County.
Correct.
So will you tell us a little bit, like, you know,
Sure.
I feel like a lot of people know about Susan G. Komen, but they don't know about everything that you're doing.
Right. I think a lot of people don't realize that we're the local affiliate, so we represent both counties, which is 27,000 miles, which is a lot of ground to cover. And So, we go from here to the state line border, and we're out in the desert. We're in Temecula. We're in Riverside. We're here. We are in San Bernardino. Our organization provides granting funds to local nonprofits and local hospitals, and so it's through our fundraising efforts that we're able to provide those much needed resources into our community. And what a lot of people don't understand is that 75% of the net proceeds stays right here in San Bernardino and Riverside County, which is a big deal. And then the other 25% goes back towards breakthrough research, which comes back full circle to us all in the community. So, one of our fundraising activities is what we're doing here. Why she is wearing these beautiful hot pink? Yes.
I'm not gonna keep it on long because it's
and then our other signature event is our walk, and so it's through those precious dollars that we're able to help fund screenings, patient navigation, treatment, diagnostics, education. And it's helping women and men that are underinsured or uninsured that are in our community that needs those services. On average, there'll be 2,000 in our 2-county service area. There'll be 2,300 women diagnosed with breast cancer this year. So this is serious, and we want to make sure that we can provide as much resources as we possibly can in our 2 counties, which so need it.
And when I think one of the figures and one of the stats I hear a lot is 8 in 1 women.
Yes.
And so 8 in 1 women in the United States will be diagnosed with breast cancer.
Correct.
But it's not so, I want people to remember, the diagnosis doesn't mean, it's not a death sentence.
Actually there's more than 3.5 million survivors now. And there's more survivors. Early detection is key. Yes. Get your mammograms, ladies. Go ahead and get them scheduled. Schedule it. Make it a birthday. Make it make it a birthday present to yourself. And then go out afterwards and treat yourself. Go to Starbucks if that's your thing.
Yes.
Go to lunch. Do whatever you want to do, but go get that mammogram because early detection is key.
Instead of a B day, it's like a booby day.
A booby day. I like it. Yes. I love that. Happy booby day. Happy booby day.
There you
Love
go.
that. But it's so important, and it's easy because just plug it in your phone nowadays and just annually go ahead and go get your mammogram.
Now, one of the things that has been I've been thinking about it a lot when I speak. I talk about it a lot, and that's what services are there for caretakers? Because you think about, you
programs.
and Troy and Truly were my caretaker. And I was blessed to truly to have you in my life. And, for people who don't have that, it's that is the piece that how do you get to your chemotherapy appointments? How do you get to your radiation? If you don't have money, or if you're picking between food, groceries, and medicine, is that something that they can call, or they can come in and get resources for that to help them?
So Komen Inland Empire provides funding to local organizations that help provide those services. And so yes, they can call Komen Inland Empire, and they can call us to help find those resources. One of our organizations there's several organizations that we partner with, but one of our organizations that we partner with is Breast Cancer Solutions. And they are one of the only organizations here locally that help provide financial services for women that are going through treatment.
And it's called Breast Cancer Solutions.
But there's many more. Visit us at our website at www.komenie.org, or you can call us at 951-676-PINK. And we can go ahead and direct you to those resources. One of our staff members happens to be a breast cancer survivor and also a community lay navigator. So that means that she's working with the different resources in our community to help women find those services. So go ahead and give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to help direct you to where the help you can get.
Because I know, when I was going through my treatment, and I went to the Pink Ribbon place a lot.
Correct. And Nicole's great.
Yes. And Kaiser, they gave me all of these resources, and they gave me all these flyers, and that one just for some reason kind of lifted to the top. And I know there's the Care Project with Carrie Madrid, and there's all these amazing people kind of feeding life into you know, the group, the organization, into
Exactly.
breast cancer awareness and making sure that you realize that because you have this diagnosis, it doesn't mean that your life is over.
Right.
But it does mean that you will wake the heck up.
Yes.
Like, your life will change forever.
Yes.
You will be a different
Yes.
person. But I will even go as far to say I'm just more alive now than I was before. Like, I would say I was surviving, and Carrie, my good friend, said that to me once. She said, you know, before cancer, I was surviving my life. You know, I was waking up, I was getting the kids ready, I was going to work, and I was doing all this stuff, but like I wasn't looking at who I was. I wasn't paying attention to putting my priorities first and making a difference in my community.
Right.
And so, like, that is one of the things you role model better than
Yes, you
do. Is being able to be more than just yourself. And you are the most selfless person I've ever met. I love you. It's
Thank
like,
you. Thank
but
you.
really, it's so like for you to do, we're going to get in and talk about big wigs because like you just don't say no. Like, you know, you are
No.
we
like that about her.
Yes. I'll be like, oh Lord Jesus, I can't do another thing. Oh my God. But it's like, you know, you're constantly doing more and constantly showing people that, you know, your capacity is whatever you say your capacity is.
Yes.
And so tell us, like, what inspired you to be a bigwig? And then, you know, I want Jill to talk about what a bigwig is, what it means, and like what the fundraiser goals are and all that great stuff. So tell us, sister-in-law.
You know, when they were out and I was approached to represent and be a bigwig, I thought about a bigwig. What is a bigwig? I was like thinking, oh, okay. I really didn't think about some of the items that they had brought attention to myself. I was like thinking, oh, you know what? I am a big wig.
Yeah,
you
are
know
big.
So this is the thing. It gave me opportunity for the rest of this month to actually be involved with my community. I'm going to get a chance to go out and thank a lot of the people who were there supporting me. I like to also, I'm going to do the little Snapchat, or I'm sorry, Facebook, Instagram.
What did you call it?
Snapchat.
Snack Shop?
I don't know what I called it. Well, you okay, here, Snapshot, what is it?
Snapchat.
There you go,
You know
Snapchat.
what?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to get it back on target.
Okay.
We're going to take a super quick break.
There we go.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about all about Tamel being a big wig and all about Jill and their organization. So we'll be right back. Hello, my name is Kara Adams. I'm the author of Hidden Treasure. I'm a speaker, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a cancer survivor, and what I want to do is invite you to my one-day VIP gym retreat. It's at the beautiful Mission Inn. The retreat will be on May 11th. It is from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. The retreat is for anyone who puts themselves last because you're putting your family first, you're putting your career first, and what we want to do is to put you first for once. So if you are looking for a day of pampering and to just be treated like the king or queen that you are, please feel free to come and to join us. Find out how to sign up for it if you go to my website, which is www.karaadams.com, and I hope to see you there. Okay, I want to welcome you back to my Hidden Treasure Moments podcast. Again, my name is Kara Adams, and the show is all about giving a voice to everyday people who are doing extraordinary things in the community. When we left off with Jill and Tamel was talking about the Snapchat.
Social media, I'm going to learn.
Love it. And everything we're doing in social media to really promote you being a big wig.
Yes,
So if you could
yes.
keep going.
Yes, so that's one of the things. Everyone has hurdles. My hurdles this month is going to be learning how to use Facebook and Instagram.
There you go.
There we go.
There you
So
go.
I'm really excited. I really like to. I'm going to not only visit some of the people who brought me through cancer, but also put it out there so people can, like I said, work with Jill and them, so people know where to go.
Okay, and so how do people, because I know my listeners, my followers, you guys are going to want to donate to Tamel's Big Wig campaign.
Yes.
Like, how do they do it? Like, what do you need us to do so that we can have the biggest reach possible?
Great.
Yes.
Well, you can visit homeandie.org and you'll click on Bigwigs. It's our first banner when you hit our page, and you'll see Tamel's beautiful face along with Sylvia and also Pepe.
Yes.
In the picture, you'll click on that. It'll take you directly to our page, and then you'll go ahead and go to her page, and you can go ahead and make a donation there.
Okay.
And on her page, it will have a story as to who she is, what her journey is, what it's been, what it means to her to be a bigwig. And we're super excited. And so you can make, as small as a gift as $10, as large as a gift as, 10,000 or however much you would like. And every penny counts. And that's what it's all about. On average, $25 can help cover the cost of transportation for a woman going to needing to go to treatment that wouldn't be able to afford it. The average cost of a mammogram is $125. So, I mean, the price, all of it helps, and it helps so many women.
That is amazing. And so we're going to put it in the blog on the show, like you'll see it so that you can click. We'll put the link there to make it super easy, because our goal is to really support what you're doing. Our goal is to make sure that we raise as much money as possible. Now, what is the financial goal?
The financial goal is $60,000. We're 90% there.
I was going to say,
we want to crush that. We want to crush that goal. So help us, i.e., crush this goal. So help us.
Okay, and so tell us, how did you go about finding leaders in the community to be big wigs, and tell us a little bit kind of about it, and tell us a little bit about some of the other people that you have that are involved.
A big wig is a very important person willing to wear a hot pink wig for a 2-month period of time and raise funds and awareness for this tragic disease, breast cancer, but have a really good time about it, because this is such a serious disease, but we want to be able to also demonstrate some of the fun and the heartfelt compassion that goes towards this and helping survivors. And so we have a team. We have 8 teams for our big wigs right now. Camille happens to be one of them, along with Sylvia and Pepe, and we are super excited to have them on board. And they're going to be doing activities throughout the month of April for their campaign. And
which I'll have you talk about.
Yeah, she's going to share. And then we have Miss Elena Ramos Matthews, who has raised a significant amount of funds, nearly $50,000. And her campaign really went well. She did an event at her gym, XFit in Highland, and they did a boxing
awesome.
event. Yeah. So you paid $50 to get into the ring
with your spouse.
With a pink wig, everybody. With a pink wig.
With a paid professional fighter, and he was all geared up, and so you got to hit him. He wasn't allowed to hit back, and it was really cool. So you got to knock him out. So it was a lot of fun. We had a great time.
That is super cool.
Yeah, and then we also have Chad and Jen Burleson as well as Sonia Brasino, and they're a team, and they were with the Camp Transformation Centers, and they did Friday Fitness after dark on Fridays, and there was all these people that came out at 8:30 in the evening in their hot pink wigs and their tutus, and it was a great time. And they've raised nearly $5,000 for their campaign. And then we also have Rob and John Field, the brother team, and they are kicking off their campaign right now. So we're super excited about that.
Oh, we're gonna kill this.
We're very excited, excited. And Eileen Hards, who, along with her dog Ruby, are having a Yappy Hour in Redlands on April the 19th. So we're super excited. And then I'm also committed to this, and I have anteed up my dog Duke. He is the first official Big Wiggle, and so he's wearing a hot pink mohawk. So it's just such a fun campaign to just share and get together. Yeah, exactly.
Be part of the community.
Yeah,
One of
get
the
behind
things
it.
that I will do for sure is if you give me those those dates.
Yes.
I'll put it on our podcast so that
Yes.
anybody who's local and who wants to attend
Wonderful.
can, and they can support it. Because we're in California, we're in Riverside, and so I think that would be amazing. Now, as far as the timeline, you talked about, it's 2 months. When are you thinking it's going to end?
Oh, sorry. We might want it ends April 30th. So we actually started the campaign in March, and the ending of the campaign is April 30th.
Very good. So it's still plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Mm-hmm.
So, Tamel, if you would talk a little bit about, like, you know, you're a huge event planner. You do everybody's big 50th birthday. You do weddings. Like, you work at the go-kart track. You help you've helped to move Adams Motorsports Park into, like, just the next millennial. And so all the things that you're doing, tell us a little bit about what you have planned. You know, I'm going to say I'm going to be there helping, but, you know.
Oh, yes, definitely. Everybody. Everyone will be
What you
there.
got going?
Yes. So I work at a facility called Adams Motorsports Park. It used to be called Adams Kart Track back in 1960, 1959. We're going on 60 years in business. And some of the things I'm real excited about is bringing all of the community, even some of my customers who are 80, 90-year-old people. I've actually got them involved and coming back to participate in our activities.
Okay.
One of them is going to be, it's called a VI Pink Drift Party.
Yes.
Yes, so we actually do drifting with cars at our facility, and it'll be an event or an evening where people can come out. There'll be appetizers, beverages. Most of all, they can do ride-alongs.
So what is, for anybody who doesn't know what a ride-along is in a drift car,
Yes.
you know, is it like Fast and Furious?
Oh, wait, it's Fast and Furious on steroids.
Awesome.
Oh, way off it, and it's very exciting.
And have you ever driven one?
Well, yes, for Mother's Day, I did treat myself. I was a driver.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That's why she's a big wig.
This is exactly why she's a big wig.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And you know what? I feel every person should enjoy something you love. You do. I love riding motorcycles, driving go-karts, fast cars. It's a stress reliever for myself. So, and I say that to anyone as far as when they're going through treatment and what have you. Some people like to paint. Some people like to cook. Find something that's your passion. And you get into it. Now, I didn't speed down the
Yes, you did.
I did.
Let her lie, but okay.
I did.
Okay, so back to the event. So we're going to throw a
drift party.
Okay.
And it's going to be, a VI Pink Drift Party, which is going to be held April 27th, to Saturday night.
Okay.
And then we have several other events.
Is there a cost to get in?
It is. You'll actually get a chance to go to Susan G. Coleman's website. They'll have it listed there.
Okay.
As well as you can call Adams Motorsports Park.
Okay.
They will find it there as well.
The number?
Yes, the number. And you'll be able to purchase tickets.
What is the phone number?
951, I'm sorry, please, yes, everybody. 686-3826. And that's the 951 again area code.
Okay.
And so yes, there'll be pre-sale tickets, so to make sure that, because it will be limited, so there'll be pre-sale tickets, they'll be sold, and that'll be on Eventbrite
So space
as well.
is limited.
Yes,
so
it
you
is.
gotta make, kind of make a decision, donate, do what you
Yes,
gotta
we
do.
want to keep it down. I mean, I want everyone to come, but we want to keep it down to at least 200 people.
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, so
okay, it
we're
is
looking-
very intimate.
Yes, it is. It is. It's personal, but I want the community, those who come, I want them to enjoy themselves. There'll be plenty of food for them, like I said, and excitement. So
is that include the
yes,
bystanders?
$25 for everything. That'll be their gate entry fee.
Okay.
As well as their food and the free ride along if they like.
That's super inexpensive.
Yes, it is. We normally charge $20 just for the average person to come in, but this is special.
Okay.
And it's for the community.
So we're going to feed you.
Yeah, so a portion of the proceeds is definitely going to Big Wig. Definitely. And that night we're actually going to have a couple of pro drivers out. So I really hope that people can come out and meet them.
You're going to have Truly drive? My son's name is Truly. If you
There
don't
we go.
remember.
Yes.
Oh, wait. He's only 8. He can't do that.
He does the go-karts. Well, we will be having a go-kart activity as well. Yes, so we have at least 4 to 5 different activities for this month planned here at Adams Motorsports
So what's
Park.
the go-kart one? Because, kids can participate
Yes,
in
kids
the
can do the
go-kart one.
go-karts, yes. We're planning an open practice where people can bring their own motorcycle motorcycles and go-karts, and that one will be an after 5 party too. It'll be a little private party.
Okay.
And you bring, like I said, bring your own go-karts, your supermoto. We won't have cars that evening, but yes, kids will be able to drive go-karts.
That will be so fun.
Yes.
That's so good. So Jill, like we've talked a lot about some of the events that you're doing. We talked about your Big Wig campaign. But like there's like the big event. I'm not gonna say the elephant in the room, but there's like the big thing that everyone is known for. And a couple of things have changed. It's no longer a run, or a race, it's a walk.
Correct.
And so can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Sure. So Sunday, October the 13th at Murrieta, California in Town Square Park is our Susan G. Komen More Than Pink Walk Inland Empire, and we're excited because it's an evolution of where we were with the race, and so this year's walk will be much different than what it has been in the past. It's very engaging with the community, and we're excited. We're looking on we're expecting to have more than 2,500 participants in the walk, and there'll be more than 3,000 people at the walk. So, and I know that this lovely lady right here has been a part of what used to be the race, and we're looking forward to her being back again.
Team.
Of course she
I'm
is.
putting you on the spot.
Yes, she is.
You know what?
I'll join your team.
Yes.
Okay, the past couple years, yes, I have been a part of the team, and it was Raw for Healthy Tata.
Yes.
With Tracy.
And Tracy.
Yes, and she is a phenomenal woman.
Yes.
She is a big wig.
Yes, she is.
And not knowing I was involved over here, she was involved over there, and so I did join their team, and that's when I met Jill.
Yes.
3 years ago at one of our big, it was a bongo night.
Yes.
And we had over 30 women. They come out, and we raised money for breast cancer.
Oh, more than 30. There was nearly 100 people at
Yeah.
that local game. Don't make it small. I walked in. Let's make
Tracy is a big wig. She does it all the way right.
Yes.
And now she's actually in the desert, and she's still going strong.
Yes.
So yes, I will be at the walk, and I will definitely be involved.
Yes.
Yes,
With
you
your
will.
beautiful hair.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I went to the walk last year.
Yes.
And I will say you have the best vendors.
Oh, thank
Like
you.
I've been to more than one walk,
Yes.
and like I get all my fly gear, all of my super cute. Like I have this shirt that says, "Heck no, these aren't real." Or, these are fake. The real ones tried to kill me.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's like I got my cute jacket.
Yes.
Like literally, I get all my cute gear from your event because like you have really great vendors.
Yes.
A portion of the proceeds go back
Right.
to the foundation, to the cause.
Yeah.
And you even have like a really great survivor tent.
Yes.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the survivor tent and like, survivors are kind of you highlight them a bit.
Yes, they do.
So we have, this year it's going to be a little bit different. We are going to be having the Pathway of Hope, where we will be closing down, for the survivor ceremony, we'll be closing down the expo area, and everybody will be focused on the survivors. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but it'll be very, very engaging with everybody. We also have an area for survivors to come and enjoy the event. And this year we also have a very famous VIP area.
Oh.
So if you are a fundraiser raising $1,000 or more, you'll get to go ahead and enjoy the VIP area. And then also top teams, we have an area called it used to be called Team Tailgate. This year will be called Team Village.
Oh.
And so for teams that have raised $2,500 or more, will be able to be in the village, and it will be a party for them, all to themselves, and also be able to come out and enjoy the entire walk. So much like with Rah for Healthy Tatas, I have my own team, and I'm looking forward to challenging
there
this
you go.
team
Okay.
so that we can raise more money in the community and do more. But well, you guys were off last year. I was building my team. I'm like, so I'm super excited to go ahead and have that challenge with you guys, with you ladies. Tracy's so wonderful. The whole team is great. I love it. And then now, like I said, I've got my team going. We're Old School Pink. And so, yeah.
Oh, that's what it's called.
That's what it's called, Old School Pink. Because we're, come on now. We got to, because we're young.
That's right. There you go.
Like 80s rap.
We do like 80s. And so we had to carry that theme. So anyways, it'll be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to having everybody come out. Our registration will be going live mid-April. And
so soon.
So very soon. There'll be Early bird registration will be $15, so we want you to act quickly and help fundraise. You know, that's what it's all about.
$15?
Yes, and then we're going to be also fundraising this year for T-shirts. So you raise $100 and you'll go ahead and get your T-shirt. It's going to be a lot of fun.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So the more dollars that we're able to raise, again, the more that we're able to come back into the community.
Yes.
And it's all about recognizing our survivors, raising those dollars to do more, and also increasing the awareness of what's going on in our community.
Yes.
So we're very excited about the More Than Pink Walk.
And I would say, like, you know, it's not just for breast cancer survivors or families who've been touched by breast cancer survivors.
Right.
Like anyone in the
Yes.
community
Yes.
who
Yeah.
feels so moved, they can have a team
Yes.
and they can come out.
Yes.
And so I know it's called More Than Pink, but like if we want to wear pink, like
Yes.
is that okay?
Yes. We want you to rock the pink that day.
Okay, good. Because I have really embraced my pink.
Yes, you can. I have
Okay.
two. I have my own little tutu, and
Okay.
obviously I love the pink. So,
Yes,
but
okay.
it's more than. But we're more than a pretty color. It's more than a pretty color.
Okay.
So we just want everybody to remember that.
Oh, that's cool. I've never heard that. That's really cool.
Yes.
And now we haven't talked a lot about breast cancer in kind of the male population. But like, you know, is there anything that you have or is there a resource for men who maybe they don't know what their family history is? Like, what do you tell them about getting checked and what that might look like?
We let men know the same. We tell them the same thing. You know, if you have a family history of this, or if you feel something, then please talk to your doctor. We encourage everybody to talk to their doctor about their health. Be self-aware of what's going on with your body, what's normal for you, and have those conversations with your doctors to go ahead and get those exams that are so critical and important. We don't. Komen does not necessarily believe in an age, but we ask that you start going for your clinical exam at the age of 20, and then have that conversation with your doctor so that you know what your family history is, you know what your risk is, you know what's going on in your body, and you're having that conversation with your doctor to go ahead and put you on a plan on when it is time for you to get screened.
Okay.
And then also with men, we've had phone calls. We get phone calls all the time for men, and we direct them to where the services are close to them, and where they live. We've had phone calls from the Coachella Valley. We've had phone calls here locally. So we direct them to the services that are close to them.
So we're super excited. We're talking about our bigwigs. We're talking about Susan G. Komen, IE. We're going to take a super quick break, and when we come back, I want to get a little personal. I want to talk about like what is inspiring you to do everything you're doing. I want to talk about to Jill, like what inspired you to, like, you kind of have this nonprofit heart. Where you're constantly giving back. And so I want to hear a little bit about that. So, you know, we can give a little motivation with our big wigs and our amazing, amazing women. So we'll be right back.
Thank you.
Thanks.
The Monday Morning Men's Group gets together because we're just some brothers hanging out having coffee. And we need a safe space where we can talk and be ourselves.
Hidden Treasure was written for women, but the added bonus for all you men out there is you finally get to know what we are thinking. If you want to live a life you love, if you want your relationships to be stronger, then purchase your copy today.
I just feel like I'm here because of the work of Komen.
I'm a 14-year breast cancer survivor, and each year I cross this line, it feels like the first time.
I have had Komen with me for my whole journey.
I'm just loving all of this. More Than Pink is more about the research. It's about sisterhood.
We support Susan G. Komen.
Okay, I want to welcome you back to our Hidden Treasure Moments podcast. Again, my name is Kara Adams. I have the beautiful Tamel Sebastian and the fantastic, beautiful, amazing Jill.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And so we're going to talk a little bit about like what motivates you to do so much in the community, to be out there. Like what is on the inside of Tamel that makes you just want to give and give and give?
You know what? People always ask me that question. I think about, most of all, I don't think about myself.
Yeah.
And I think about a lot of times if someone's asked me to do something, I think about what I'm doing. And sometimes that could be really not too good, but still, I just feel that I want people to treat me like I want to be treated. I like going places, having fun, and if I'm having fun, then they're going to have fun. And if they're having fun, I'm going to have fun. And I like this peace and harmony a lot of times too. I like to see growth in a lot of kids. I've been around a lot of kids, you know, growing up as well as my own age and then growing up and kids younger than me. We used to take, my husband and I, before we had our own kids, we'd take kids camping for 3 years. We didn't even have kids. And we're like, why are we taking these kids camping? It'd be like 20, 36 kids and 3 adults. And, you know, but I look back now and those kids are police officers, they're nurses, you know, they're giving back themselves to the community. So I think my parents and my family taught me how to do that, and I'm glad I'm able to pass it on. So I learned it from my aunts, uncles, and my dad and mom.
Because you really have a servant's heart.
Thank you.
Like you're constantly, you know, if I need anything, when I'm at my worst, when I'm at my best, you know I can always count on you. And so when you think about like the things that you treasure in life, you know, what does that look like for you?
Honestly, I think what I think about the most is how I want them to feel. And then also too, if the person is around you and they're feeling good about themselves, then you can feel good about yourself. Not just that too, I think people just think too much about too many things, you know. Just relax and just, you know, treat people how you want to be treated. Everything will go more smoother. And instead of thinking about yourself or, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that. No. Just, you know, just do.
It's almost like you make a conscious effort to live in a place of positivity. Like, you know, it's so easy to say like, oh, the world, and just really be in that negative space. But, you know, recognize that that's a choice. You know, we all have craziness. You know, going through cancer really made me realize that choosing to be positive, like I can make that choice. I can decide every day that today is going to be a better day, that this second is going to be a better second. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm type A, I want stuff great, you know, but I also recognize that with that, there's some give and take.
Yes, sir.
And that, you know, I wake up and I think about the things that I'm grateful for. When Troy is being crazy or grumpy or whatever, I remind myself truly how grateful I am for him and for everything that our family has. And so I see you role model that constantly.
Thank you.
And like Jill, you know, you're in an organization, you're in an environment where there's that kind of servant attitude all the time, and you're always out kind of giving to the community. Like, who gives to you and fills you up?
Well, what I do fills me up. When I'm working with survivors and I'm working in the community, it really inspires me to do more. My grandmother was a breast cancer survivor, and so that's what got me involved in wanting to get more involved with Susan G. Komen. And then I have several friends going through breast cancer right now. And it just inspires me when I talk to them, and just like Tamil, I mean, they just inspire me to want to do more. They inspire me to, you know, when I'm having a bad day and I go to work and I'm like, oh boy, and then I think of them and I'm like, okay, well, I can make a difference every day in my life. When I go to work, I'm making a difference in someone's life, and so that means a lot to me. And I have a very good friend of mine who's under the age of 40 who is stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, so you know, I just think of her every day of what I do, and we need to find a cure. And we need to help those that are in need, and this is why it's so important to raise those funds, is to help women like them.
Absolutely. For anyone who doesn't know, can you give us a description or describe what metastatic breast cancer is? Because you're starting to see like a ton of drug commercials or, you know, pharmaceutical commercials, but for someone who doesn't know, what does that mean?
So metastatic breast cancer is it metastasizes throughout. It metastasizes to another organ or another place in your body.
So it's like it's moved.
It's moved. And so when you are diagnosed as a metastatic breast cancer survivor, you will not. I'm not doing a good job with this. Survive this. Survive.
But you can live a long
life.
time.
Yes, there are so many new treatments. There are so many new prescriptions out there that can help prolong your journey and also help you live a better life. And so they're doing so much more. And Komen is committed to the metastatic the metastatic breast cancer community to do more. And they've made it one of their goals to do more. And so you'll hear us doing more and doing more and actually engaging more of that community. You'll hear us oftentimes call them thrivers because they are.
Yeah,
they're thrivers. So when we have events, we'll talk about recognizing survivors and thrivers. So
because I'm constantly like, you know, I went to, when I was first diagnosed, it was really, really tough for me to kind of put in my mind that I hadn't been given a death sentence. And one of the very first support groups I went to was with Pink Ribbon Place. And there was a woman in there who had been diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. And she had survived over 12 years with that diagnosis. And so that was like my first real sense of, okay, like this isn't saying that I'm going to die today.
Right. That's
you know what
correct.
I mean?
That's
Like,
correct.
if people can live with metastatic for that long,
and longer,
and longer,
then
I will be around for my son. Like, it changed who I saw myself in the future being. Like, it changed what I saw as being possible. So having these events for metastatic breast cancer survivors and thrivers, like, it's so important, not just for the person going through it, but for the caretaker and for the family. Like, I'm always on my pulpit about caretakers. Because, you know, the caretaker, they say sometimes the caretaker dies before the patient. Like, there's this crazy statistic, which I don't know, and I'm not going to say it because then people will blog and say it's the wrong one. But I mean, it's like it's really, really scary, and it's because we don't focus enough on if the caretaker is being cared for. Because when you're caring for us and you're making sure we're okay, like, are you eating? Are you getting outside? Are you getting fresh air? Are you giving yourself the opportunity to stress relief and to find a peaceful, meditative place so that you can keep going? You can't care for anyone else if you don't care for yourself. And so it's like, that's my big platform right now. I have no idea why. God has just put it in my heart to tell people, everyone, take care of yourself.
Yes. And I would say on that note, Kara, that's the most important thing. We're going through it. Don't stay in it. You're going through it. We have certain things that we go through only because God wants us. God wants us to show us better things. Slow down, relax, go through it, and then you're able to share and help other people what you've gone through.
Absolutely.
So
So this is the part where, you know, since I'm on this caretaker thing, like, who takes care of Jill?
Who takes care of Jill?
Yes, and that's kind of another way of, like, thanking the people in your life that have supported you and lifted you up. It's a new thing I'm trying it out.
Okay. I would say my husband and my family and my friends.
Because you must be gone a lot. Like, you're constantly in meetings that are at night and dinner, and, like, it's got to be a really, they're probably fulfilled by what you do, but it's got to be a little stressful too.
I mean, they know. I'm fortunate enough that my husband has always been very supportive of my schedule. We both have, I think I've shared with you, my husband works in fire, so he has a very interesting schedule as well. And so both of our schedules kind of complement each other because we want to be supportive of what each other do. And so he's always there, and he's sometimes behind the scenes at some of these events that you won't see him.
Meet the man behind Jill.
You need to meet the man behind Jill. There we go. That's good.
And then
important.
It is important. Yes. So so he's very supportive of what I do. And my friends, you know, I mean, we
get to go out there volunteering.
Exactly. So, just like anybody in nonprofit, you have those friends, and I'm sure you guys have.
And that's
those
how
friends.
I met Jill originally 3 years ago. I met Jill because of that. Through friends.
Through friends, we were at the Bunko game. And it's just through friends. It's just and it's amazing how they can. You ask them, hey, can you volunteer to go ahead and do this little project? And then it turns into a little bit bigger of a project, but they're there for you to support you.
I am.
Okay. And Tamel, like you're always out there. Who's lifting you up?
Constantly. I have to say my husband. My husband and my kids.
Hi, Tony.
Yes. You know, I say that.
Oh, wait, and Lenore. What's up, Lenore?
Here we go. Yes, yes. I have a lot of beautiful friends and family. I mean, I can't even start to name them off.
Yeah.
But I think the number one thing is I like to thank every friend. When I was going through it, I had some people, because I was so involved, they weren't used to me being sick. It was the first time I ever was sick.
Yeah.
I would even have chemo that day and come to work, and my brother would say, "Oh, why are you here at work?" I'm like, "Oh, I feel good."
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they said I was looking like walking death, and I didn't realize it because in my spirit and in my soul, I was trying to stay positive, and that's all. My husband uplifted me. He took off work for 2 months after my surgery and put me on a strict diet and make sure that I ate the right things.
He was always making a concoction.
Yes, he was.
He would come in the house and be like, try this, and it would smell like death.
We started a beautiful garden, a 20 by 20 garden. Oh, we had plenty of every types of lettuce, vegetables, kale, you name it, all types of kale. So I think that's more important. And you know, sadly to say, I had a really good friend, Woody Rucker Hughes, who passed away also at cancer. And she was there, I mean, night and day. She would call Tramiel, what are you doing?
She called you Tramiel?
She calls me Tramiel. That's my name, Tramiel. And it's we lost her this last year, but through my journey, I had a lot of people. My friend Susan Brennicke. There's so many different people who were just there for me. And those ladies are strong, bigwigs themselves, and they support the community. So I think when you ask who's your backbone and support group, I think people don't realize that you're in the store, you're not feeling good, and you share something with someone about you're going through it, and they say, "Oh, I help you feel better." Take it as that's somebody supporting you.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we're too busy looking our head down.
Yes.
We need to look up and say, "I'm going to make it." You wake up in the morning, you open your eyes. You're alive.
Yes.
Take advantage.
Yes. So like when I'm driving in the car and I get mad at someone, I'm like, "You need Jesus."
That's it.
Take that as positivity.
That's right. Or count to 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to get excited today.
Yeah.
You are not going to rain on my party. And just drive on by.
I always say, "You are not going to pee in my Cheerios."
Oh, there you go. Definitely that one.
Hey, that's
But
great.
yes, my family, like I said, and my husband and my kids. They
Very,
really were. They
Very,
really
very
were.
good. Well, I want to thank you, ladies. This has been an amazing show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is, I will say, our show looks a little different today. And, we have this beautiful backdrop.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
so
it's really
cool.
pretty. I love
it.
It's so cool. We're at Adams Motorsports. Yes.
Yes.
And we're filming. Gigi, Marcy, like you guys stayed on top of us until we got this up and we got it done. And, Jordan, it takes a village to create something like this.
Yes.
And so I am thankful from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you for
No, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you for
it's
having
so
us.
cool.
Thank you.
And so, please expect more. Please watch our podcast every Thursday. It airs at 10:30 a.m. until 11:30. We love your comments. We love to communicate. So please just stay in touch and, be good to each other.
Thank you.
Till next time.
you.
Thank you.